Well, hello, everybody. Welcome here from Forney High School in Forney, Texas. Just on the edge of the DFW, we have area round action of playoff baseball in 6A. It's the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders and the Copperas Cove Bulldogs. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics, pushing all the P's and Q's here this afternoon. We're going to alter the camera angle at the break, but we're about 15 minutes away from first pitch here, at Forney, Copperas Cove, and Tyler Legacy. We're going to get into this one here today. Copperas Cove, though, coming into this one, to say they're playing with house money would probably be an understatement. They won their first ever by-district championship against Mesquite on Saturday, a 12-4 win for the Bulldogs, who come into this one 14, 15, and 1. Copperas Cove, traditionally not a huge baseball power. Last year, 9, 19, and 1, but they have turned it around this year, 7-5 in their district. They've made it into the 6A playoffs. They made it to the area round. On the other side for Tyler Legacy, 18 and 14. They've won 6 of 7 here coming into the day and trying to make it 7 of 8 after today. This is how the series is going to work. We're going to play one here this afternoon, 4:30, Copperas Cove, Tyler Legacy. Off day tomorrow. On Saturday, we'll get a potential doubleheader. We'll have Game 2 starting at 3 o'clock. If Game 3 is necessary, that game will be 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 2 on Saturday. Potential doubleheader coming up for that one, so stay tuned to our social medias at Tyler ISD Athletics for any updates regarding those games. Tyler Legacy, Copperas Cove. Coming up on the other side of this break, we'll have the starting lineups as we get ready for first pitch here from Forney. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from the Forney Baseball Complex here on the edge of DFW. Tyler Legacy, Copperas Cove are about 12 minutes away from first pitch between the Red Raiders and the Bulldogs here this afternoon. Gotta say, Copperas Cove, one of the more unique nicknames I've ever seen. Bulldogs at face value, not really, but Bulldogs, the spelling Copperas Cove does with it, it's Bullawgs, Bulldogs. That is how their nickname sounds. Tyler Legacy, let's take a peek at their starting lineup here this afternoon behind starting pitcher Calvin Rippey. Leading off in left field, Garner McKinney. He's a senior, batting second, the center fielder, sophomore Payne Hotman. Hitting third for the Red Raiders. At first base, Simeon Garner, a senior. Cale Zimps, the junior designated hitter, cleans up. He's followed by the senior shortstop, Nolan Habel. Dallas Walker plays third base and bats sixth. He's followed by the backstop batting seventh, the senior Noah Felton. Cole Kimmel, senior second baseman. Owen Harrison, he's in right. The sophomore rounds out the Tyler Legacy lineup. On the slab here today for the Red Raiders is left-hander Calvin Rippey, whose numbers coming into this one, to say the least, have been really good all year and really good as of late. He's 1 out away from getting his 50th inning pitched of the year, coming in 49 2/3 innings for the sophomore, a 4-3 record, 13 games, 10 starts, pitching to an ERA of 1.45, 30 walks, 44 strikeouts. Last time out for Rippey, he threw quite the performance against Rowlett. Wasn't his best performance, but just gritty overall. He walked 6. He gave up 8 hits, but he only gave up 2 runs. He gave Tyler Legacy a great chance, and they were able to walk it off in the final inning of Thursday's game against Rowlett, giving them the 1-0 series lead. Took the no decision in that game and looking for more here today. Tyler Legacy lined up, pounded out a season-high 16 runs on Saturday against Rowlett. 16-3 win in just 6 innings. They scored 10 runs in the 6th inning to win that one. But you look back at the box score, and it was just kind of outrageous when you look at it, at least at face value. I mean, they found a way to just score runs at will in that 6th inning. It was walks, it was hits, it was hit by pitches even that propelled them forward. 10 runs in that one. You look at the box score in that. There's hits and walks scattered all over, but particularly in that game, Owen Harrison was 3 for 3, including a double. He knocked in 3 runs. Jaden Davis, he had a triple. He knocked in 5 runs on the day. He also walked. That triple broke the game open in inning number 6. Also in the tally, Simeon Garner had a couple of hits. He had a walk. He drove in 4, including a 2-run double. Everybody in the Tyler Legacy lineup reached. I mean, scoring 16 runs, that is kind of easy to see, but 10 runs in an inning, it's hard to follow that up, but they've got quite the act to do here today. Copperas Cove 14-15-1. The winner is going to play the winner of Marcus and Tomball. Tomball ranked in the top 10 of the state per the Texas High School Coaches Association rankings. They're a really good squad, and they're the favorite. But Marcus, they could be pesky and find a way to face one of these teams. One of these teams is going to advance, and it starts with game 1 here today. Let's take a peek at the starting lineup for the home. For today, it is the home Bulldogs of Copperas Cove. Leading off in center field, Jason Riley. Mattia Anzadula, the shortstop, he bats second. Gabe Armenta, he is the pitcher, batting third. Cody Lingo, the second baseman, bats fourth. Jaira Anzaldua, the designated hitter, he bats fifth. Trent Sanders, he plays first base, hitting sixth for the Bulldogs. Kyle Eberhard plays third base, batting seventh. Batting eighth and catching, Jackson Chaco, and batting ninth in right field, Austin Barrera. On the mound, again, Gabe Armenta, the pitcher here today for the Bulldogs, who got mercy ruled. They got run ruled in game 1 against Mesquite, 15-4. They roared to life, though, taking the final 2 games of the series to storm back 12-4 on Saturday for their first by-district series win in program history. This Copperas Cove program dates back over 75 years. That was the first time, so it was a big one for them to get. 7-5 in the district coming in. Tyler Legacy 6-5 in their own district. Going to step aside and take a break and get ready for first pitch here from 40. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Forney High School as we're getting ready for first pitch. Still going to have to adjust the camera angle throughout this one. I apologize for that in advance a little bit, but for now, that's what we've got on our screen. Copperas Cove, Tyler Legacy here from Forney High School. Should be a good one, and happy to be along here for this district, or rather, we're into area play now, but District 12 against District 10 here today. Copperas Cove, Tyler Legacy, and we're getting ready to go in this one. On the mound for the Bulldogs, the right-hander, Gabe Armenta, getting the start here today. Again, let's take a peek at the Tyler Legacy lineup. McKinney, Hotman, Garner, Zips, Hable, Walker, Felton, Kimmel, Harrison. That is the Tyler Legacy 9 in their order. So here we go. McKinney will step to the plate and just about ready for baseball here from Forney, the home of the Jackrabbits. Tyler Legacy's already played here during the regular season, so he'll get a chance here in the postseason. McKinney to the plate, and we're about ready to start. Right-hander Armenta from the line, and the first pitch to the Tyler Legacy left fielder is swung on and swatted down to first base. Stopped over there by Sanders and onto the bag. One pitch, one out. So a good start for the Bulldogs. Here's Payne Hotman to the plate now for Tyler Legacy. Armenta to work. He got the first pitch ground out by McKinney. Hotman watches ball one on the big breaking ball. From what I've been told, and there's only so much I can figure out about Copperas Cove, given they're about 3 hours away. But from what I've been told, Copperas Cove, they'd much rather play 3 games as compared to 1. They're more built for a series. Not really an ace on the staff. They more so rely on pitching depth than anything else. They do go with Armenta here in game 1. 2 balls, no strikes on Hotman. As he watches that one high and quickly ahead, 3-0. Payne hitting .340 on the season. He had a hit, a walk, a run driven in that game against Rowlett to clinch the by-district championship. And on 4 pitches, he'll walk. So 1 on with 1 out. Hotman down to first. Here comes Simeon Garner. Garner back over 300 on the year. He'd been scuffling a little bit about midway through district play, but at least with the bat, he has started to turn it up. The average over 300 at 310. OPSing north of 1,000. 1 on and 1 out. Garner 4 home runs, 29 knocked in on the year. First pitch breaking ball, and it's a big one that drops right over the heart of the plate. Strike 1. Garner has hit safely in 7 of 8, which coincides pretty much with this winning streak Tyler Legacy's been on, 5 of 6, or rather 6 of 7. Just away that time from Armenta, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hotman certainly a threat to run off of first base, leads the club, 12 steals. He's only been caught twice. Another breaking ball that drops low. Well, I think the MO on Garner as the season has gone on is attack with the breaking ball, but he's gotten better and better at judging it. The strikeouts have cut down a ton as we've eked into the later part of the year, taking more walks. As he swings and whacks this one into left field, that's a base hit. And quickly 2 are on with 1 out here for Tyler Legacy. Garner aboard on the base hit. And here comes Cale Zips.
The DH, number 20, Cale Zips.
So Zips to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position with great speed in Hotman. Garner, who has now hit safely in 8 of his last 9, he's on first. Zips had a couple of sac flies in the victory on Saturday against Rowlett. Time called to the plate again. I'm going to fix this camera angle a little bit in between innings. Try to get it about as good as we can here today from Forney. Undercover this time, so I don't think we're going to have any more overheating equipment, at least hopefully not. Armenta to the hold. Here it is. Zips swings and grounds this one left side deep in the hole. Stopped by the shortstop in Arizona, and he has no play. It's an infield single for Cale Zips, and all of a sudden the bases are loaded with only one out. Ansel Dua that time, the shortstop having to range deep into the hole, and by the time he picked it up, he had nowhere to go with it. So it's 3 straight run to base for Tyler Legacy, and now Nolan Habel. A walk and then back-to-back hits. Habel, who played a critical role in that series victory over Rowlett. He had the game-winning hit on Thursday, also came into the game with the bases loaded and 2 outs in that game and got a big strikeout. Got the win on Saturday on the mound. His first pitch breaking ball misses, ball 1. This is the spot. Score early, attack early. Out of the windup now will be Armenta. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the first. 1-0. Over the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Habel coming into today, a .259 batter. On base rate over 400 at .413. Played in all 32 games this year. Kind of the heart and soul of the Legacy defense back through the middle at shortstop. Got a chance to plate some runs here. The 1-1. Habel watches downstairs. Armenta is in a dangerous spot now, 2-1. You don't want to fall behind 3-1 and then have to throw something over the heart of the plate. This is a big pitch upcoming. Armenta winds. The 2-1. And it just misses away. Home plate umpires giving a little bit off each side of the plate so far, but that one was a couple of balls off the plate. So now it's 3-1 and in serious danger of walking in a run is Armenta. Habel's going to take his walks. He has 18 on the year. And now he's got 19. Way high, ball 4. Tyler Legacy is on the board first. It's 1-0. 4 straight have reached. Habel drives in a run on a walk. So 1-0 Tyler Legacy, and the threat is certainly not over. Here's Dallas Walker. Everybody goes station to station. Hopman scores. Garner on to third. Zips into second. For Habel now this year, it is RBI number 17. And Dallas Walker, who walked 3 times against Rowlett on Saturday, also scored 3 times to the plate. First pitch. Over the outside corner, strike 1. It is a bigger zone than we've seen, at least against Rowlett. But that could play to the Red Raiders' advantage, especially with Calvin Rippey on the mound, who loves to find the spots on the black. Big breaking ball that bounces in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Appears at least early that the attack plan for Armenta is heavy on the curveball. Walker at the plate, Felton next. Both of them posted career bests on Saturday. Walker with the 3 runs scored and 3 walks. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike, and Armenta really laboring on the mound now. He got the first out of the inning, but then it was walk, single, single, walk. Wind here in 40, blowing out towards right center. It's got some carry to it for sure. Big swing and a miss. Walker went after the fastball elevated. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's pretty hitter-friendly here at 40. 310 down the lines, 345 to left and right center. Center field's tough to get it over. 385 to center and about a 20-foot wall, maybe 15. But not particularly high fences to the corners or the gaps. As Walker watches a called strike 3. He's down looking. A big strikeout for Armenta, and now 2 away.
The catcher, number 10, Noah Felton.
So now 2 outs. The bases are still loaded here for Noah Felton, who had a big day on Saturday. Felton, a couple of hits, a walk, a hit by pitch. He scored, or his courtesy runner, and Brady Symes scored twice. He was not put out on Saturday. Big curveball, and it drops over the outside corner, strike 1. Armenta's got a chance to work out of some serious damage 4 straight reached in the inning for Tyler Legacy before the strikeout of Walker. The 0-1. Way away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Felton trying to put it over the infield. The corners playing a little bit up. 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Armenta goes ahead. His next pitch will be number 24 of the inning. It's Garner on third. Zips over at second. Habel on first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Way up high, and it's to the screen. It deflects right back. Garner, the tag, he's out. Copperas Cove dodges a major bullet on a pitch to the screen, but caroms right back to Chenko, the catcher, who flips on to Armenta, and that'll end the inning with the batter standing at the plate. Tyler Legacy is on the board, but they leave him loaded. We're off to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Getting ready to go here as we get ready to start the bottom of the first inning. Calvin Rippey to the mound for Tyler Legacy. Hopefully that's a little bit better of an angle, but the Red Raiders on top 1-0. They leave them loaded in the top of the first inning. Just an unfortunate break if you're watching. A high fastball sails right to the screen and caroms right back to Chenko, who flipped onto his pitcher to apply the tag and end the inning. Tyler Legacy again. Let's take a peek at their lineup. In the outfield from left to right, it's going to be Garner, McKinney, Payne, Hotman, Owen Harrison. Infield left to right, Dallas Walker, Nolan Habel, Cole Kimmel, and then Simeon Garner. The battery here today, the left-hander in Calvin Rippey, and the catcher in Noah Felton. Rippey's sporting the blonde hair. It appears that he has jumped onto the train that a lot of the Red Raiders are already on with dyeing their hair blonde for playoff time. And Rippey, who brings in a sparkling record or sparkling ERA into this contest today, looking to improve on that 1.45, a 4-3 record coming in. It's going to be Jason Riley to lead it off for Copperas Cove against Calvin Rippey. So we start the bottom of the first inning. Riley, then Anzaldua, and then Armenta. First pitch, misses, ball 1. Rippey's going to work quick. There is no doubt about that. And Copperas Cove is certainly going to have to get used to that here today. There's a called strike. And with maybe a little bit of an enlarged zone, that can certainly play to Rippey's advantage. Loving to work the corners, the bottom of the zone. Ground ball whacked down to third, but on a hop, Walker fields and fires for out number 1. Riley bounces out, 5-3, 1 away. Here's Matai Anzaldua.
Shortstop number 14, Matai Anzaldua.
Anzaldua to the plate, the shortstop here for the Bulldogs. Anzaldua, Armenta behind him. Anzaldua at least on paper, and from what I've gathered, one of the best players on this Bulldogs team. He's going off to San Jacinto College, nicknamed San Jack next year, one of the better junior college programs in the country. 1 ball, 1 strike, just missing that time. Rippey, as I mentioned, his last outing was certainly not his best. He gave up 14 base runners, but he worked around it. Just 2 runs allowed. Really gritty performance. And if he can do that, giving up that type of contact against Rowlett, the sky is really the limit here this afternoon. Right down Broadway. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rippey working fast. 2-2. Foul ball down to third. Large Tyler Legacy contingent making the hour and 10 or hour and 15 minute or so trek here west today towards DFW. Way up high, it's gone full. Copperas Cove, a little bit smaller of a contingent, but they had to make a lot further of a trip, between 2.5 and 3 hours out here this afternoon. 3 balls, 2 strikes, here it is. Lined into center field, Hotman coming on, and he makes the diving catch in center field. Nice play, Payne Hotman. Well, he had to come in on it quick, as you can watch on the replay, but he closed on it fast, and there's a reason he's been out in center field every single game this year. Closed on it quick and made a nice catch. So 2 away. Here's Gabe Armenta. Armenta, the pitcher, as the breaking ball just barely misses inside, ball 1. Armenta's the inverse, right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. 1-0. That's a good spot. Right on the black, down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind is going to be a factor. If you can get it up into right center field, it is whipping off the flagpole right now. Breaking ball backs Armenta up. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rippey winds, the 2-1. There's the fastball. When he can land that fastball, especially over the quadrants, that's where he can be really good, because he can go to work with the breaking ball with 2 strikes. 2-2. Just missed. And I think everyone on the defense thought it was strike 3. As you can see, they were moving towards the dugout, but home plate umpire says not to be. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he got him looking right over the outside corner. Rippey strikes out Armenta. And a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning for the Red Raiders southpaw. We're through 1. Tyler Legacy 1, Copperas Cove none. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics right here on YouTube. Top of the second inning, we're back here from Forney High School. It's Tyler Legacy 1 and Copperas Cove none. Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics along for this one. Bottom of the order here, due up in the second. Noah Felton was at the plate when Simeon Garner was cut down at the plate to end the top of the first inning. Felton rocks this first one into left field. That ball's back, and that ball's going to one-hop the wall. Felton tugging for second, and he will be in there with the slide. It is a leadoff double for Noah Felton, who's been on fire at the plate as of late, and he finds another. He turned around that first pitch, and he did not miss it. So Felton with the double, as it looks like Brady Symes is out of the dugout, his courtesy runner. For Felton on the year, that is double number 2. He actually has 3 triples and now 2 doubles. Cole Kimmel to the plate, a runner on second and nobody out. Yeah, Felton's really seen it going offensively lately. He got a second look at the pitcher after being left at the plate in the top of the first inning, and maybe that helped him. Here's Cole Kimmel. Could see a bunt here. Copperas Cove playing for it. The corner's tight. As Kimmel squares and pulls back, it's in there for strike 1. That would be the play that you would think here. Move Symes to third with a guy hitting 300 on deck in Owen Harrison. Gabe Armenta back out on the mound for another inning for the Bulldogs. First baseman Sanders playing way up. Kimmel squares again, but pulls back this time as it misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Other district teams in play, all the playoff teams in District 10 advanced last week. Royce City and Cedar Hill. That starts today. Royce City a big favorite in that one. Kimmel squaring, and he does get this one down. First base side, Sanders picks up. He's got to hurry and just throw out Kimmel at first base. Kimmel's out, but does the job with the sacrifice bunt. Over to third goes Symes, and a runner at third with just 1 out for Owen Harrison. The infield will creep in. Rockwall Heath, they start a series against Waco Midway. And Rockwall starting a series against Waxahachie. Wave and a miss. Harrison couldn't get it, strike 1. Harrison 3 hits on Saturday, including a 2-run double off the right center field fence. Nearly went out of there. As he watches the 0-1 over the outside corner, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Not a guy who's going to strike out much, but he's in a bind here. 17 walks, 11 strikeouts. Infield stays in. The 0-2. Line into left field. It's a base hit. Symes will trot home and score. 2-0 Red Raiders here in the second. Harrison goes the other way on the 0-2 pitch. That's a good approach. Didn't try to do too much and just whacked it into left. That's how you do it. He kind of let the ball travel a little bit, got a little bit deep, and flicked it into left field for a hit. So Harrison, who was over 300, gets a boost to the batting average. 14 ribbies now on the year. There is 1 out in the inning. Should be fixed on your scoreboard. First pitch is a wave and a miss by McKinney. 0-1. McKinney grounded out on the first pitch of this game to first base. He has reached base safely in all 32 games this year. Top of the zone, and now he's down 0-2. Hitting a shade under 300 at 298 is McKinney. Been in left field all 32 games this year. Downstairs. Scored the most runs on the team. I mean, he's the leadoff guy for a reason, but you look at the run tally, and it is quite evident that he crosses the plate a little bit. 33 runs scored in 32 games. And there's a call on strike 3. Kind of froze him there at the top of the zone, and Armenta will pick up the strikeout. Elevated at that time. McKinney watching for strike 3. So now 2 outs, and Payne Hotman, who scored the first run of this game an inning ago, he'll come to the plate with 2 outs. for Tyler Legacy thus far. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. For Copperas Cove, no runs, no hits, no errors. Hotman trying to extend the inning. 4-pitch walk his first time. He fouls the first one back. The hits are really starting to stack up. The offense at a near season high, a 274 batting average coming into this one, and an OPS nearing 800, just a shade under. It's the breaking ball way up and in, and it's off Chaco's glove to the screen. Harrison will go to second on the wild pitch. And a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Simeon Garner on deck. Tyler Legacy trying to play some add-on here in the second. Hotman back to the dish. Armenta about to throw his 38th pitch of the game. Ground ball just foul, third base side. Just in front. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One interesting note on Hotman. After he started the year scuffling, or started district play scuffling a little bit, he was actually at a 246 clip on March the 21st. Ever since, 19 of 40. That's 19 hits and 40 at-bats. 475 batter. Time called. Yeah, March 21st. That was a contest against, I believe, North Forney. Yeah, it was North Forney, and ever since, it has really heated up. Leads the regulars in batting average as he watches the breaking ball high. Came into today hitting .340. On base rate at .475. He made a great catch in the top of this inning. Harrison's got wheels on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a ground ball hit hard. Ansel Dua fumbles with it at short, picks up, throws, and the foot evidently stayed on the bag just long enough to get Hotman. Ansel Dua fumbled with it, but managed to stick with it. Makes a nice play for the final out here in the top of the second. Tyler Legacy adds another, and we're off to the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Tyler Legacy Baseball right here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Here we go, bottom of the second inning. Tyler Legacy 2, Copperas Cove none, as the Bulldogs try to get their first base runner here in the bottom of the second. First pitch, ground ball down to third, eats up Walker. He sticks with it. A throw and a hop, and a good pick by Garner. That's a tough play. Walker had to range far over to his left as the throw back around the infield gets into left field, but Walker had to range far to his left, knocked it down. The throw was low, but Garner picks it with the best of them over at first base. Cody Lingo, by the way, was that hitter. He's out on the ground ball. Here's Jaira Anzaldua. Anzaldua, the freshman, designated hitter. He'll stand in. 1 out in the inning. Rippey attacking with the fastball right away. That's Rippey's MO. He wants to get ahead of you in the count. If he can get ahead of you, he can start to deploy the breaking ball. It's 2 heaters. Ooh, just missed away. Rippey back to it. The lefty turns it loose. Big wave and a miss. Went to the breaking ball. Anzaldúa way in front. Trent Sanders on deck. It was 4-5-6 due up for Copperas Cove here in the second. And he got him looking. Fastball right over the outside corner. Anzaldúa sent packing. 2 outs. Let's take a peek at the replay. I mean, that is the spot you want to live. Especially lefty on lefty. Put it right over the outside corner. Second strikeout for Rippey. And 2 away here for Sanders. Strike 1. Working quick. 1's down and in. I mean, Rippey is going to work about as quick as you can be. He does not take a whole lot of time to receive the ball back from Felton and get plateward. 2-1. Sanders, the first baseman. It would be Kyle Eberhard, the third baseman, next. Two one. Big hack that time, but Sanders tardy on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. Weak tapper. He was jammed. Rippey off the mound with the play. The throw is just high. Safe as Sanders. I would think that may be an error on Rippey. It was close. We'll see how it's scored on the scoreboard. And I do not see any hit indication, so I believe that will be an error charge to Rippey. Was a really good play to get off the mound, jumping to make the stop. But the throw high and Sanders reaching. So a runner now for the Bulldogs. Here is Kyle Eberhard. Ball 1. Eberhard, a right-handed bat, the third baseman. He watches just high. Eberhard, he's a freshman. I mean, this Copperas Cove team, they certainly have a lot of youth to it. Not a whole lot of seniors. 25 on their roster, but plenty of underclassmen. 2-0 is shot in the air down the right field line. That'll be foul. Harrison, a long run, but he ran out of room. 2-1. Rippey holding. And the pitch. Fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rippey just threw his 30th pitch of the game, and judging by VJ Bunner's decision last Thursday to let him go all the way to the pitch count at 110. Could see the same here today. There's another foul ball. And that strategy is about as clean and unrisky as you can get. Just letting your best guy go out there and throw for as long as he can without having to worry about subbing in and out pitching due to pitch counts. Foul back again. Good battle going on now between Eberhard and Rippey. The wind continuing to gust out towards right center. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Way up and away, and with a full count, Sanders is going to be on the move. Three balls, 2 strikes. Garner will still hold on the runner. And there he goes. Just high for ball 4. He lost him. So the error and then a long at-bat by Eberhard. He walks, puts 2 on with 2 outs here for Copperas Cove. And it's Jackson Chaco, the catcher. Chaco, a left-handed hitter to go up against the southpaw and Rippey. Looked like it would be another really quick inning for Rippey, but Copperas Cove hasn't made it easy with 2 outs. Chaco watches high. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck would be the 9-hitter in Austin Barrera. 0-1. Right on the hands as it popped up towards the Tyler Legacy dugout and foul. One ball, 1 strike. Rippey peering plateward. And the pitch. Fouled back again. Jumps ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marcus and Tomball, they were also getting started today. That'll be in the regional part of the 6A Division II bracket. The winner of that series, the winner of this series. 1-2. Got him swinging. Breaking ball down and away. Felton says he catches, and so does the home plate umpire. No throw needed. That'll end things here in the second. Copperas Cove, a couple of 2-out runners, but nothing more. We're off to the third. Red Raiders in front by a deuce. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Here we go. We'll start the top of the third inning. Tyler Legacy 2, Copperas Cove none. We're here from Forney's Baseball Complex. No official name yet. Very new field, new turf, new everything. This is another first-class facility we're playing in here into the weekend. 3-4-5 due up for Tyler Legacy as Simeon Garner will start it. Kale Zips to follow. Nolan Habel behind him. Back to the mound is Gabe Armenta, another inning of work. First pitch breaking ball. Garner lays off for ball 1. Had a hit his last time up, right through the left side of the infield. He was tagged out at home to end the top of the first. 1 ball, 1 strike. See how Garner attacks the breaking ball. Does he look for that or does he look for the fastball? You know he's got the power to hit it over the wall. The 1-1. And he took a big hack there. Pitch inside, but waves and misses. It's 1-2. Garner back to the plate. Armenta working from the line. And the 1-2. Hit in the air, foul, first base side, drifting near the fence, and it is just out of the reach. Disappeared from your screen. The right fielder in Barrera was just unable to make the play. Get into our baseball trivia here after this batter. One ball, two strikes. Time called again. Appears there's something going on near the Copperas Cove dugout, and now we'll go back to it. 1-2 here on Garner. The big breaking ball, but lands too high. 2-2. Tyler Legacy has not played past the second weekend of the playoffs since 2010. It's been a decade and a half. Copperas Cove, they've never been there. Garner fouls that one off down the third baseline. B.J. Bunner making the catch on the bounce. That's a former shortstop. Two balls, two strikes on Garner. Long hold by Armenta is going to cause time to be called by Garner. Outfield playing him deep, but this is a hitter's park through and through. 2-2. Wave and a miss. Elevated the fastball that time and got Garner to go up and swing at it. Third strikeout for Gabe Armenta, and one away here in the third. Cale Zips. Zips an infield singles last time on a ground ball. Deep in the hole at short, and there was just no play for Ansel Dua to make. First pitch. Ooh. Thought it might be a little bit high, but called strike one. Zips watches that one high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zips came in hitting .258. Looking for his first extra base hit since March 11th. He fouls the breaking ball off. First base side out of play. These teams will tangle again on Saturday, a 3 o'clock start time for Game 2. If it's necessary, a Game 3 would be 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 2. 1-2. Zips taps it foul. One ball and 2 strikes it remains. Zips was one of the 4 that reached in a row in that first inning. Red Raiders scoring in each of the first 2 innings here this afternoon. 1-2. And it's a called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Armenta gets him looking, and it's back-to-back punch-outs to open the third. So quickly 2 away. Now it's Nolan Habel.
Number 8, Nolan Habel.
Habel, the shortstop, he walked in a run back in the first inning. Armenta twisting and dealing. First pitch is downstairs, ball 1. Habel had a career-high 11 strikeouts on the mound on Saturday. Also cobbled together a walk, run scored. 2-0. He might get the start tomorrow. TBD, could be Cale Zips in game, or rather Saturday. It could be Cale Zips, it could be him. Those would be the 2 guys you'd think of. Jaden Davis probably out of the bullpen. Quickly now 3-0 on Habel, but if you get the luxury of going up 1-0 and you're leading in Game 2, you could possibly piggyback Habel after Zips in the bullpen. Finds the outside corner. It's 3-1. Next is Dallas Walker. Ball 4. Habel walks for the second time today. He's now got 20 walks on the year, and a 2-out walk will keep the inning alive here in the third.
Now batting number 22, Dallas Walker.
Walker, who struck out looking his first time up, will try to prolong the inning. And the first pitch misses away. Straining for it was Chaco, and he couldn't get it. Up to second base goes Habel. It'll probably be a wild pitch, but maybe one Chaco would want back as he'll visit with his pitcher. So runner in a scoring position. Walker at the plate. Noah Felton, who's been swinging it well lately, on deck. Well, if nothing else, Tyler Legacy has really done a good job against Armenta. This next pitch will be number 59 of the afternoon as he still looks for that third out here in the third inning. Walker ahead now 2-0. And it's not an exact resemblance, but at least a little bit of the game we saw on Saturday. Working good at bats, working pitch counts, and by the sixth inning, they finally got to the straw that ended up breaking the camel's back. 2-0. There it is down the middle. 2-1. Walker in a favorable count with a good runner at second in Habel. 2-1. Way high, 3-1. Felton on deck. As I mentioned, he's been swinging it well. He doubled his first time. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Way high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks here in the top of the third inning with 2 outs has given the Red Raiders a chance. And Noah Felton will come to the plate. We'll take a peek at his replay here in a second of his double. Actually, no, we don't have that. Should have got that, and we'll get a meeting at the mound now with I believe the pitching coach for Copperas Cove. He'll meet with pitcher and catcher on the mound. Again, our broadcast on Saturday will be available here on youtube.com/@TylerISTathletics. 3 o'clock first pitch, 2:45 pregame. If needed, we'll be here for Game 3 as well. It's good to see District 10 all winning last week. I mean, it is a very competitive district. I was actually talking with some Forney personnel earlier, and they were in agreement. I mean, this district, you got to show up. You got to play the games. We saw Forney, who was in last place heading into the last week, sweep Rockwall Heath, who all they needed to do was win 1 game or have Rockwall lose 1 to win the district. They lost both. Rockwall won both. Rockwall Heath ended up getting second. Royce City won the whole district. Tyler Legacy, I mean, you look at the district standings, they dropped a game to 5 seed North Forney, a game to 7 seed Longview. You got to show up and play the games, but it does prepare you for the postseason. Big wave and a miss at the breaking ball by Felton. He doubled over the left fielder Sutton's head his first time. Oh, 1. Foul tip right into the mitt. Felton quickly down, 0-2. Kimmel would be next. Copperas Cove trying to work around a couple of runners on base here in the second. Way inside, actually behind Felton, but a great job by Chaco to get to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kimmel waiting on deck. Felton trying to punch something into the outfield. Here's the pitch. Down and away, and another nice stop by Chaco, who has certainly been tested here in the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Armenta about to throw pitch number 67 of the afternoon. Felton whacks this one back through the middle off the glove of the second baseman in Lingo. Holding at third is Habel wisely, and a great job by Lingo to knock it down. He saved a run. So Felton is aboard. He has been aboard safely now in each of his last 6 trips to the plate. With 2 outs, the Red Raiders really threatening. Here comes Symes to run for Felton. It's a base hit, an infield single on a great play by Cody Lingo to keep it in the infield. It's up to Cole Kimmel with 2 outs. Kimmel waiting. First pitch. Just away, ball 1. A sac bunt his first time. Certainly take one of those, or you certainly take a hit right here. The 1-0. Right over the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs on 5 hits so far for Tyler Legacy, but they left 3 on in the first 2 innings. Trying not to leave them loaded here in the third. Time called. This next pitch will be 70 for Armenta. A long stare in. 1-1. Up high. That's a good take by Kimmel. He wanted to chase, but held off. A late appeal down to first, but he did not go. 2 balls and a strike. Kimmel jumps ahead. Owen Harrison, who knocked it around in the second, he's on deck. And another meeting at the mound. I believe that's the 3rd of the inning. Two balls, 1 strike. Habel on third, Walker at second. Symes, the courtesy runner for Felton, over at first. 2-1. Popped him up. Short left field. On comes Sutton. Out goes Anzadula, and he will make the catch. Tyler Legacy leaves them loaded here in the third, and it's just 2-0 after 2.5. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics right here on YouTube. Bottom of the third here in 40. Austin Barrera, the right fielder, lead it off. 9-1-2 due up for Copperas Cove. Ball 1. Barrera's first trip to the dish against Calvin Rippey, who's tossed a couple of scoreless frames thus far. Half swing, and he did swing. No appeal needed. Home plate umpire making the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rippey worked around a couple of 2-out base runners in the second. As here's a high bouncer. This is going to be a tough play. Habel has to hurry the throw. Not in time. Barrera beats it out. Hit it right into the ground, but with the way the ball will play off the turf, it bounded on a couple of hops, slowly to short. Habel did a good job coming in and made an accurate throw, but didn't have the time to do it. That is the first hit charged against Rippey on the infield single. We're back to the top of the order, and Jason Riley. First pitch, Riley squares the bunny, gets it down. This is going to be a tough play. Felton picks and throws. Nice job. And Garner thought about throwing it on the backside, but back into the bag goes Barrera. Runner moves up, sac bunt for Riley. Runner at second with 1 out for the San Jack-bound Mataya Anzadula. Ansel do a fly out to center field on a diving catch by Payne Hotman earlier. Rippey checking and the pitch. Just down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Breaking ball that started away and stayed away. It's 2-0. This is a dangerous count against a dangerous hitter. On deck, Gabe Armenta, the pitcher. Here's the pitch. Tapper foul. Third base side. Third base coach is Vince Lavalley, who is in his 3rd season manning the Bulldogs. 32, 52, and 3, but he's got them into the playoffs and into the area round for the first time in school history. He's got over 500 career coaching wins at several stops. He's played in a couple of state titles. Grounder to short. Habel scoops. Thought he might try to go to third. The throw back to third. Stumbling and safe. Barrera just barely safe at third. I thought Habel was going to go to third at first. A dangerous break by Barrera, but he's into third base safely.
Next up, number 17, Gabe Armenta.
So Ansel Dua is out. And Gabe Armenta will have a chance here. Runner at third and 2 away. Barrera, he was in danger going to third, and then he slipped rounding third, and the throwback nearly caught him. Ball 1 here to Armenta, down and away. Got to keep everything in front of you right now if you're Felton. One-0. Big wave and a miss. Went to the breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Vince Lavalley, he's played in several state championships with other schools, not Copperas Cove, but he's helped them to a career best season that is still going on. It's now 2-1 here on Armenta. Armenta, a sophomore, 6 feet, $180. 2-1, just missing, and it's 3-1. So now way behind is Rippey. On deck would be the cleanup hitter and Cody Lingo. Ball 4 misses away. 2-out walk for Armenta, so the tying run is on base. The go-ahead run to the plate. Here's Cody Lingo. As the home plate umpire yelling something into the Tyler Legacy dugout, it appears they weren't happy with the strike zone, as VJ Bunner is now going to walk to the mound and talk to his pitcher and his whole infield. Well, it seems like there's been a gripe of the Tyler Legacy side about the strike zone thus far. As they will talk it over on the mound. Wherever you're joining us from, TV, tablet, computer, iPhone, whatever you're on here today, we appreciate each and every one of you. I know we have some Copperas Cove people tuning in here out from Copperas Cove today. Shoot us a follow, subscribe, like, do whatever you may to grow this channel. Completely free to watch every sport we will have right here on the channel. So first and third here with 2 outs. Keep forgetting about baseball trivia. We'll get in the top of the 4th inning, I promise. I need to lock in with that. That's where I don't lock in. I have the question ready, and I just forget about it. That's on me, guys. First pitch here to Cody Lingo, a tapper down to third. In the hole, Habel, long throw to first, and it is not in time. Lingo, a head-first dive. He is safe, and Copperas Cove is on the board. It is 2-1. Another infield single, the second of the inning. Habel had to go a long way, and deep in the hole, just late. A heck of a job to get there, and a long throw, but Lingo beats it. So it's 2-1. Cove's on the board. They have the tying run at second base. Here's Jaira Anzaldua. Scoring on the play, Barrera. First pitch, breaking ball is a wave and a miss. Strike one. Armenta up to second. Lingo into first. Lingo, he's going to Coastal Bend College. Ooh. Just low. I mean, I don't know. Against the lefties specifically, Rippey's really not getting much in that outside corner. Two balls, one strike. Rippey trying to find the final out here in the third. Ground ball over towards second. Kimmel on the charge. Underhand flip is in time, and that'll end the inning. Copperas Cove, though, they do cut into the lead, and it's a 2-1 ball game after 3. Baseball trivia coming in the top of the inning. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Here we go. Top of the 4th inning, Owen Harrison at the plate as he shoots the first pitch he sees into left center field. A long run, but gliding under it is the center fielder in Riley. Quickly one out here in the top of the 4th inning. All right, now we'll get into baseball trivia here today. Your baseball trivia question of the day is, what pitcher holds the Major League career record for playoff victories? Is it A, Roger Clemens, B, Greg Maddux, C, Justin Verlander, or D, Andy Pettitte? Once again, your options: Clemens, Maddux, Verlander, Pettitte. Who has the most career Major League playoff victories? Downstairs. Once again, your options: Roger Clemens, Greg Maddux, Justin Verlander, or Andy Pettitte. We'll get that back on your screen in a second. 2-0. Up high to McKinney, 3-0. Again, here's your trivia question. I'll give you a place to tweet that here in a second. What pitcher holds the Major League Baseball career record for playoff wins? Clemens, Maddox, Verlander, Pettit. 3-0 misses down, ball 4. McKinney, a one-out walk here for the Red Raiders. You can tweet your trivia question answers to the on your screen at Landon Reese on X, formerly known as Twitter. Once again, your options: Clemens, Maddox, Verlander, Pettit. All right, I'll disappear that from your screen one more time, and one on, one out here for Tyler Legacy in the 4th. First pitch breaking ball started high, ended up off the turf. 1-0 on Hotman. Hotman 0 for 1. He walked and scored and then grounded out to short. Way high, and it's 2-0. Pitch count continuing to climb for one Gabe Armenta, who just threw his 77th pitch of the afternoon. Remember, the cutoff is 110, so he is only 33 away. Hotman thought about it, held back, 2-1. Next, Simeon Garner and the whole Kale Zips. Tyler Legacy, they have left 6 on through 3 innings today. They've had chances. Hotman pops this one up. Third base underneath and camping, and making the catch is Eberhard. 2 away. Hotman pops out here. Simeon Garner. Feels like there's been pressure all game against Armenta, but time and time again, he's been able to work out of it. Searching for that big hit. Breaking ball lands over the outside corner. Strike 1. McKinney can run off of first. 8 steals, 10 tries on the year. Haven't seen anybody really run yet today on either side. Big wave and a miss. Garner out front. It's 0-2. This would be a quick inning for Armenta. Oh, 2. Just missed. Big breaking ball again. Maybe a tad high, maybe a tad away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McKinney off of first. 1-2. And he got him looking. Fastball over the outside corner, and a whole lot of emotion for Gabe Armenta coming off the mound as he strikes out Garner. Final out here in the top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Tyler Legacy through 3.5. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics right here on YouTube. Bottom 4, Calvin Rippey back out on the mound for Tyler Legacy as he gets a swinging strike here to Trent Sanders. 2-1 Tyler Legacy. They've left 7 on base so far. They still lead, though, 2-1. Sanders quickly behind, 0-2. Copperas Cove getting their first run in the third inning via a 2-out single. 0-2, and that is a beauty of a backdoor bender. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Sent packing Trent Sanders. Rippey with the strikeout. He's now got 4 of them here this afternoon. One away, and the base is empty for Kyle Eberhard. Eberhard, the third baseman, will walk his first time through as he swings and puts a charge into this. Deep out to left center field. A long run for McKinney, still going, and it will one hop over the wall. A 1-out double for Kyle Eberhard, and Copperas Cove with the tying run in scoring position. So the Bulldogs, who really had no life through a couple of innings offensively, they have kicked to life and a chance here to tie the game. 1-out double for Eberhard. Here's Jackson Chaco. Chaco, the catcher, a strikeout swinging his first time through. That's the first hit that's left the infield against Rippey. Fastball in there, strike one. Chaco and then Austin Barrera, who scored the only run so far for Copperas Cove. He is on deck. Breaking ball started back through the front door, and it's fouled away by Chaco. 0-2. Barrera next. Rippey probably looking for a punch out here. 0-2 pitch. Here it is. And he got him looking. Fastball right over the outside corner. Chaco knew it, and 2 away. 5 strikeouts now for Rippey, and that is now his 4th out of 5 looking. He just came with hold number 1 with 2 strikes. Chaco probably looking breaking ball. Here's Barrera, who had an infield single an inning ago, as the breaking ball, I believe that missed. 1-0. Rippey holding third base side of the rubber. Here it is. Fastball in there, strike one. Rippey really hasn't had any quick innings yet, but he hasn't really had any super long ones either. Although Copperas Cove made some noise in the third, it wasn't an overwhelming amount. Finding the outside corner there, it's 1-2. His next pitch will be number 67 of the afternoon. The lone run against him came on an infield single. Here's the 1-2. Just away. Didn't miss by a lot, but it was off the plate. It's 2-2. Appears our stream quality is dipped a little bit. If we do go out from time to time, I apologize. We're in a hot spot here this afternoon. Misses away. Hopefully it figures itself out sooner rather than later. There's fortunately nothing we can really do about the buffering. 3-2 pitch. On the way. Ground ball slowly back through the middle and diverts off the mound to short. Habel picks and gets Barrera by a step. Nice play, Nolan Habel. And we're through 4. Red Raiders on top, 2-1. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. It's the middle of the order here for Tyler Legacy as we get ready to go here in the top of the fifth inning. Cale Zips to lead it off. 4-5-6 due up. The right-hander in Armenta back to the mound as he pours in a first pitch strike to Zips. He got a quick fourth inning as he just threw his 84th pitch of the game. After his next one, he'll have 25 pitches remaining. Big breaking ball that missed. 1 ball and 1 strike on Zips, who's 1 for 2. A strikeout and a base hit. Zips, Abel, Walker. Tyler Legacy trying to add some insurance. 1-1 is swatted, but just foul down the third baseline. Zips just in front of it. Armenta has really found a groove in terms of striking out batters. He's now struck out 5 through 4 innings. One, two. That pitch is whacked into left field for a base hit. Zips turns around the pitch and puts it right in front of the left fielder in Sutton. Base hit for Zips, his second hit today.
Next up, number 8, Nolan Hable.
Nolan Hable to the plate now. Runner on first, nobody out. We'll see what the attack plan is here. Would think the bunt sign is going to be off. They're going to let Hable swing the bat, but we'll see. Zips over at first. Hable has walked twice today. He actually walked in the first run of the game, back in the first. Watches ball 1. Should be on your screen now. Our scoreboard 2-1 here in the 5th. It's been a low-scoring battle thus far. Plenty of traffic on the bases, though. Hable, he lines this one deep down the left field line, but it's foul. Well, this inning in specific, Tyler Legacy is getting out in front of that inside pitch. Zips did it twice, once landed into left. And Hable that time just barely missing extra bases. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is some action moving down in that Copperas Cove bullpen. Big curveball, it's 1-2. Looks like a right-hander throwing. And the 1-2. Bounces in there. Hable lays off the 2-strike breaking ball. Dallas Walker's next. 2-2 on Hable. Ball 3. And you dare put Zips in motion here. 3-2. Zips doesn't run a whole lot, but he is 2 for 3 on the year, and he stole a base against Rowlett. Really caught him off guard. Not going. Popped him up. This will stay on the infield. The second baseman, Lingo, ranging out to his left and at the last second, reaching out to make the catch. Hable retired, 1 away.
Now batting number 22, Dallas Walker.
Dallas Walker to the plate now. 1 on, 1 out. Walker top of the zone, watching strike 1. These teams, 3 runs combined, but they've also combined to leave 12 on base. One ball, 1 strike. Zips still inhabiting first base. 1-1. Just down. Good take. 2-1. Walker so far today, a strikeout looking and then a walk. Noah Felton, 2 hits today on deck. Down and away. Chaco having to slide to make the stop, and it's 3-1. Does Walker put the bat off his shoulder here? And he will not, just barely finding the top of the zone. The count's full. Try it again. Haven't seen any movement off of first base, running by either side. Payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. Walker held off, and it looked like Armenta might have slipped on the mound. He came off awkwardly, stumbling off the top of the mound. And it's 2 on with 1 out for the hottest hitter in the lineup for Tyler Legacy. Here's Noah Felton.
Noah Felton.
Felton doubled over the left fielder. Sutton's had his first time. And he singled back through the middle his last time, but Cody Lingo able to keep it in the infield on a diving stop and perhaps saved a run. Strike 1 to Felton. Finds the outside corner. That was pitch number 100. So 10 more in the tank for Armenta, who tries to make it through the 5th. Oh, 1. Popped him up. This will stay on the infield. Backing up is Sanders as he circles to find it, and he will make the catch. 2 outs. Felton had got on base safely in each of his last 6 trips before the pop out. So it's up to Cole Kimmel. Actually, no, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Jaden Davis, who delivered a game-breaking, bases-clearing triple on Saturday to break the game open against Rowlett. He will hit for Kimmel. Davis off the bench as Tyler Legacy tries for some offense here. The bat first approach of Davis. He's hitting .333. Rather, was hitting .333 before that doubles. There's ball 1. Actually, no, .333, but delivered his first career extra base hit, a 3-run triple to right center field against the Rowlett Eagles on Saturday. 2 on with 2 out. Up and in. Harrison on deck, who's 1 for 2. Tyler Legacy, they've already left 7 on base here today. And there it is, down the middle to Davis. 2-1. This could be Armenta's last batter, regardless of whether or not he gets the out. 2-1. Davis watches right down the chute, 2-2. Armenta battles back. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball over towards second. Lingo gathers, fires low, but scooped out by Sanders for out number 3. The woes with runners on base continue. Tyler Legacy, they've left 9 on, but they still lead 2-1 after 4.5. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics right here on YouTube. Top of the order due up for the Bulldogs as we start the bottom of the fifth inning. Jason Riley, who is 0 for 1 with the sack bunt, he'll lead it off. Riley, Anzaldua, and then Armenta. Here's a one-hopper deep in the hole. Habel gathers, long throw across the diamond, and he got him. What a play, Nolan Habel. Ranging deep in the hole at shortstop, picks up and throws. Let's watch this replay. Not a lot of shortstops can get to that ball, much less make that throw. A couple of hops all the way across on target. 1 out in the inning. Riley retired on the great play by Habel. Here's a looper back through the middle and a couple of hops, and Davis and Habel with a miscommunication. The ball squirts into short center field, and we'll see what's scored. Probably a hit. I would maybe an error. I don't. Somebody touched it. It went off a glove. They gave him a hit, so it will be a hit for Matai Anzaldua. So Anzaldua, he is the tying run over at first base, 1 out in the inning. His first trip to the bags today. As the first pitch here to Gabe Armenta, strike 1. Armenta is at 107 pitches, so realistically, he could probably go out for one more batter. If Copperas Cove opted for it in the top of the 6th. This pitcher and catcher will meet. One on with 1 out. Armenta 0 for 1, a strikeout, looking and a walk. As he waves and misses. That was a self-defense swing that time, way inside but hacking. It's 0-2. We saw Rippey the last time he was ahead 0-2. He attacked with a fastball. Put the hitter away looking. Does he try some of the same here? 0-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3, right over the outside corner. Rippey puts away Armenta on the breaking ball. Well, he attacked, he just didn't go with the fastball this time. He picks up the strikeout, his second of Armenta today. Now for Rippey on the afternoon as we eke towards the night hours. 6 strikeouts. First pitch up and away. Get the answer to our trivia question in the top of the 6th inning. I've already gotten some mentions on Twitter. Again, you can send your answer to that trivia question, which put on the screen one more time. Clemens, Maddox, Verlander, Pettit. One missing away. MLB record for career playoff wins. Roger Clemens, Greg Maddox, Justin Verlander, Andy Pettit. You can tweet that to my... well, I still call it Twitter, but my X account at Lannon Reese on X. 2 balls and a strike. Rippey looking for his 5th win of the year. Despite the really good ERA, under a 1.5 per 7. Just a 4-3 record. As that one misses up and away arm side, it's 3-1. Cody Lingo, the Coastal Bend college-bound second baseman at the plate on deck. Jaira Anzaldua. There it is. Counts full. So Matai Anzaldua, he's going to be on the move here with a full count. 2 outs in the inning. Something to the gap will tie this game. Lingo waits. The 3-2. Whacked foul. Down to third. We'll do it again. 3-2. One more time. Tapped foul. Lingo reaching for it. Might have been ball 4, but it was close. Lingo 1 for 2. He's knocked in the only run for Copperas Cove today, diving in headfirst for an infield single in the 3rd inning. 3-2. Tap foul again. A battle raging on between Lingo and Rippey. Rippey staring plateward. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Got him swinging. Fastball up and away, a 9-pitch at bat, and Rippey strikes out Lingo for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 5th. We're off to the 6th. Tyler Legacy 2-1. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Top of the 6th inning, and we'll have our first pitching change of the afternoon. Luis Vieira taking over on the mound for the Bulldogs as the right-hander will take over for Gabe Armenta, who, kind of like Calvin Rippey's outing last Thursday, wasn't perfect, but he kind of just gritted and grinded his way through. He scattered 6 hits and 6 walks and only gave up 2 runs. Gave his team a chance. Vieira's first pitch just a hair up and away. Ball 1. Here to Owen Harrison, 9-1-2, due up here in the 6th. Harrison watches a strike. He has the difference in this game, an RBI single to left field in the 2nd. A 1-1. Swing and a miss. Harrison down 1-2. Here's the pitch. Harrison watches that one dive down and in from Vieira. 6 foot, $165. Final line on Armenta, who really pitched well. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. Harrison jammed here, but he fouls it straight back. Calvin Rippey is counterpart, 85 pitches right now, so he's got 25 left in the tank. 2-2. Lined into center field. On came the center fielder in Riley, and then it got by him. He came in way too quick. Harrison around second. He will be into third base with a triple. A big mistake by Riley, who came in into his left, and instead the ball just went straight over his head. Don't know if he would have had a chance to make the play, but Harrison might have gotten at least an extra base out of it. Good piece of hitting by Harrison. And it's a runner at third base with nobody out. Leadoff triple for Harrison, who's got his second hit of the day. Infield will draw in here on Garner McKinney. Ball one, Chaco with a great stop. Yeah, maybe Riley wouldn't have had it anyway, but regardless, it took him quite a while after he had come in to get back there and get it, and Harrison went in standing to third. 2-0. Copperas Cove infield in here against McKinney, who's 0 for 2 with the walk. His last time extended his on-base streak to 33 straight. And he's ahead 3-0. And Vieira is in a tough spot. You've got Hotman next. Breaking ball just barely missed high, or rather maybe away, as the catcher and Chaco waiting for an opinion, but he won't get anything out of it. It's first and third here for Tyler Legacy. Payne Hotman to the plate. All right, let's revisit our trivia question from the fourth inning. That trivia question being, what pitcher holds the Major League Baseball record for career playoff victories? A. Roger Clemens, B. Greg Maddux, C. Justin Verlander, or D. Andy Pettitte? It's Andy Pettitte, 19 career playoff victories. Verlander's in second with 17. Time called again. This is a pivotal moment in this game. First and third with nobody out. Tyler Legacy has a chance to add some serious insurance to Calvin Rippey, who's thrown 5 innings, a 1-run ball. As there's a wicked breaking ball from Vieira that drops in. Good speed on both bags, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe McKinney's in motion. Not a big lead, though. Hotman, a couple of breaking balls to start. He's down 0-2. Hotman's got to protect. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Garner's next. 0-2. Just got a piece of it. Late swing on the breaker. We'll do it again. Hotman back and waiting. McKinney another modest lead. Breaking ball dives down and away. That's a good take. It's been all breaking balls here to Hotman, 4 of them. Garner 1 for 3 on deck. Behind him would be Zips. One-two pitch. Here it is. Misses high. 2-2. Well, they scored 10 in the 6th on Saturday. Certainly you can't ask for that, but can they have another rally in them? 2-2. Yeah, okay. I thought I had it wrong for a second. Hotman throws the bat away, but it is 3-2. He thought he walked. The count's full, and this is the spot where you would expect McKinney to be running, but we haven't seen much tonight. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. Hotman goes from 0-2 into a walk. And the bases are loaded here with nobody out in inning number 6. The 8th free pass surrendered by Copperas Cove pitching today. Garner to the plate, a meeting at the mound.
Now batting number 13, Simeon Garner.
Infield in. Garner's got power. 1 for 3 today with a single. Oh, he was gone after the first pitch breaking ball that stayed up pretty high, but just barely got a piece of it. Garner just trying to put the ball in play, create some chaos. A 1 pitch. Lined fair down the left field line. It's all the way into the corner. Harrison scores. McKinney scores. Wave on for Hotman. He will score. It's a bases clearing double for Simeon Garner, and the Red Raiders lead 5-1. Garner delivers the big knock. He waited on the breaking ball and flicked it down the left field line. Back-to-back games with an RBI double. We're only going to get the end of this replay. Everyone scoring on the play. Hotman had to hustle, but in safely. And with that, a meeting at the mound, and this might be the end for Vieira. As the meeting continues at the mound. We're back to it. Meeting at the mound over. And Garner is actually going to get a runner here. Brady Symes is out to run for him. And here's Zips to the plate. So Garner with the big 3-run double has emptied first and third, but his courtesy runner at second, still nobody out, and Zips will stand in. First pitch, Zips squaring the bunt as he pulls back and he's in. Vieira hits Cale Zips as he had squared a bunt, and Zips is aboard for the 3rd time today. So make it 5 in a row to reach for the Red Raiders here in inning number 6. And here's Nolan Habel. And if Zips was squaring the bunt, I definitely expect Habel to square here. Two on with nobody out. 5-1 Tyler Legacy on the back of a big 3-run double from Simeon Garner. First pitch, Habel squares, and he bunts it foul. Habel's had a productive day, a couple of walks. Dallas Walker on deck. Could feel it building all day. Tyler Legacy had left a bunch of guys on through 5 innings. They had actually left 9 on through 5 innings, but 5 straight have reached here in inning number 6. As the breaking ball bounces, breaking for third, Symes, and everyone's safe. Good heads-up running. On to second goes Zips on the backside. Well, Zips wasn't running at first, but with Symes breaking, he saw it and took off as well, and both runners are safe. Still nobody out. As that one way down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bunt sign definitely off now. You're not really advancing anybody. The infield plays in. Dallas Walker, he's on deck. The 2-1. Down and away again. Chaco getting a workout, and it's 3-1. Habel 1 pitch away from reloading the bases. 3-1 on the way. And it misses downstairs. Vieira has walked table, and the bases are loaded. There is some scattered quick throwing from a left-hander in that Copperas Cove bullpen. They're certainly making mound visits, and another one coming. The bases are loaded with none out for Dallas Walker. And here's Walker. First pitch. And the big breaking ball at 68 miles an hour drops in there. No balls and a strike. 0-1. Another breaking ball, and it drops in there again. No balls, 2 strikes on Walker. 2 walks today. Pops it up. Backing out of play. On deck, Noah Felton. 6 straight have reached to open the inning. Big leads for all runners. The 0-2. Down and away. Good take. Well, Copperas Cove is kind of in the spot right now. It's 5-1 with nobody out. It's not completely over, but it is certainly trending absolutely that way, and you don't want to burn any more pitching than you have to. Ball 2. That could be a reason Vieira has stayed on the mound as long as he has. Because you're going to probably have to play 2 games on Saturday if you can't come back and win this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Just high on a breaker. It is gone full on Dallas Walker. Felton waits next. Walker just trying to keep the line moving. Payoff pitch. And he lost him, ball 4. This inning has quickly spiraled on Vieira, and out of the dugout, a couple of members of the coaching staff for Copperas Cove, and they're headed out to the mound. It looks like we're going to have a new pitcher as well, as there is a left-hander walking out to the mound with the pitching coach. It's a couple of times in this inning, Vieira's been ahead 0-2, and he's lost him on a walk. And we are going to have a pitching change. So Vieira is going to be done. It looks like Angel Sutton is out of the dugout and on to pitch. 6-1. The bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics right here on YouTube. Third pitcher of the afternoon and into the night as Jaira Anzalduda, or my apologies, Anzaldua will take over on the mound. The younger brother of the shortstop in Matai Jaira, who was the designated hitter coming into the game. He comes on to pitch. 7 straight have reached for the Red Raiders here to start the top of the 6th inning. They put 4 runs on the board. There is nobody out. Anzaldua, the left-hander. He'll face Noah Felton. 2 for 3 today with a double. Ball 1. Vieira does not end up recording an out. He allows 2 hits. He's tagged with all 4 runs and all 3 runners on base he's in charge of. Felton rocks this one to left. That ball's back there. It's way back. It's gone. It's a grand salami for Noah Felton. And the Red Raiders have broken wide open. 10-1. Oh, my goodness. Well, you can't see it all on the replay, but you might have to rewind 20 seconds. That ball was hammered. Noah Felton's first home run of the season. Way back into left field. 10-1 Tyler Legacy. This kid's on fire. He reached base all 4 times on Saturday, and today he's a triple shy of the cycle. There's still nobody out. Jaden Davis rocks this one out to left center field. Coming on and making the catch will be Riley. That is the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. A grand slam for Noah Felton. How about that?
Now batting number 9, Owen Harrison.
Felton, his first home run of the season, also the first home run in his Tyler Legacy career. He exits over the left field fence. Owen Harrison, who led all the fun off with a triple to start the inning, waves and misses. 2 big knocks from Simeon Garner and Noah Felton, who are the best of friends, both transferring over from Grace Community right before their junior years. The 0-2. Ground ball back through the middle. Charging, picking, throwing. A long throw. It's off the mark from Lingo. Harrison thought about second. Instead, he'll dart back into first. That's an error. Charge to Cody Lingo. Well, that runner's a big one because remember, if Tyler Legacy can find a way to score 1 more, they would be in position for a mercy rule in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that just saves more of your pitching. So Harrison's aboard for the 2nd time in the inning. How about this 6th inning the last couple of times out for Tyler Legacy? They get 10 on Saturday. And I mentioned when they had the bases loaded, I mean, you want some runs. Your expectation isn't 10. Well, they've scored 8 already in the inning. Garner McKinney shoots that one out of play. 0 for 2. He's walked twice. He scored earlier in the inning. An offensive onslaught here by the Red Raiders in inning number 6. They had left 9 on through 5 innings, but they have flipped that here in the 6th. 1 ball, 1 strike. If you can find a way to get McKinney home, you let Rippey pitch the 6th. If you get that mercy rule, you don't even have to tap into your bullpen. 1-1. Inside, it hit him. McKinney hit in the back by Anzaldua's pinch, and he's aboard for the 2nd time in the inning.
Now batting number 17, Payne Hotman.
Payne Hotman, who walked and scored earlier. By the way, with that home run, you can officially close the book on Luis Vieira. First pitch, Hotman watches high. One ball, no strikes. Vieira gets charged with 7 of the runs in this inning, 7 of the 8. Hotman skies that one back and out of play. Final line for Vieira. He pitched to 7 batters, 2 hits, 4 walks. He hit a batter. Didn't garner an out. He gave up 7, all earned. The 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Hotman pops it back and out of play again. What an inning for Tyler Legacy. 8 home. Triple, walk, 3-run double, hit by pitch, walk, grand slam, error, or after a fly out to center, error, hit by pitch. Ansel Dua sets. Ball 2. Hotman scored twice on 2 walks today. Two. Breaking ball away. We've gone full. If you're Copperas Cove, you're just trying to get out of the inning and trying to play for tomorrow, or rather Saturday. Play to see another. They will have another on Saturday, at least one. 3-2, the payoff. Up high, ball 4. The runners were on the go, and the bases are loaded again. Hotman's on for the 3rd time on a walk. Walks have been a big problem. That is now 11 walks. Here's Simeon Garner, who had a 3-run double earlier. The only way to top that would be a grand slam right here. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but with the way Tyler Legacy's been playing in the 6th inning over the past week, I don't think anything's out of the question. Garner does have 4 homers on the year, and there's no place to put him. First pitch. Line. Oh, what a catch by Ansel Dua, and he'll throw back to first for the double play. Ansel Dua catches the line drive and doubles off the runner for the double play, and we will not have a mercy rule. 10-1 after 5.5, an 8-run inning for Tyler Legacy. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. No mercy here tonight, but Calvin Rippey's going back out to the slab after he was able to kind of take a nap in the dugout for about 30 minutes during the offensive onslaught in the top of the 6th inning. 18 runs in the last 2 top of the 6th for Tyler Legacy. That is Saturday as well as today. There's ball 1 here to Jaira Ansel Dua, who came on to get the double play to end the inning. And that would have been a hit. That was a screamer by Garner back up the middle, but made a great play to catch and throw on to first. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rippey might not be able to finish the complete game. We'll see. 3-1 to Anzaldua. But if nothing else, he is more than likely to pick up his 5th win of the year. Here's a liner on a hop over to short. Davis picks and throws, 1 out. Now it's Trent Sanders to the plate for Cove. For Tyler Legacy, 10 runs on 9 hits. They've made 1 error. Copperas Cove, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. Hard to believe that it was a 2-1 game in the top of the 6th inning. 8 runs for the Red Raiders. Put this one pretty much out of reach. Gone 2-0 here on Sanders, who is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error. 2-1. Remember, we're back here Saturday at 3 o'clock first pitch in Forney. Can't make it out to the yard. Join us right here again, youtube.com/@TylerISDAthletics. We'll have all the coverage. 2-1, foul back again. This will be pitch number 95 for Rippey, who's still sitting right in the mid-80s. Left-hander winds, and the 2-2. Breaking ball slowly tapped down to first. Garner on to get it. 2 away.
Next up, number 7, Kyle Eberhard.
Kyle Eberhard, who has actually not been put away to the plate. Eberhard's walked. He's also doubled. First pitch. Breaking ball drops right in there for strike 1. A 1 and a piece of it by Eberhard. Fouls it away. Now it's 0-2. Rippey will get ready to throw his 98th pitch. If he can get Eberhard here in short order, might earn himself at least a chance to go back out for the 7th. Oh, 2. Foul back. Oh, 2 again. Here we go. Foul back. Chaco would be next, but Eberhard would have to reach. Foul back. One ball, 2 strikes. Here we go. Rippey winds and deals. Up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see what we get on Saturday. Like I mentioned earlier, expect one of Cale Zips or Nolan Habel for Game 2. Zips did throw Game 2 against Rowlett, and he threw well, just Tyler Legacy could not get the bats going. Lost that one 2-0. Zips taking the loss. 3-2, the payoff pitch. Ground ball towards Habel. Picks and throws. He's a vacuum. 1, 2, 3 here in the 6th. And it's 10-1 after 6. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics right here on YouTube. Top 7. Tyler Legacy back to the dish. Kale Zips. He'll hit. Ball 1. In that crooked number in the 6th inning, they sent 12 batters to the plate. Should be corrected now. 7th inning. There's a strike. And it would have been more. Simeon Garner hit a missile back up the middle, but a great catch by Jaira Anzaldua, the left-handed pitcher, to double off the runner at first in Hotman. As that one shot up in the air, back at a play. Zips, Abel, Walker, 4, 5, 6 due up here in the 7th. It was 8 runs, all earned in that inning. Even more impressively, just 3 hits and all of them went for extra bases. 1-2 is popped up again. Foul ground, first base side, that's fouling out of play. As, ooh, look out, Cedar Hill, who's getting ready to play next against Royce City. They are walking down near the first base dugout. Cedar Hill and Royce City coming up next here from Forney. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Even if Tyler Legacy goes 1-2-3 in this inning, they would end up scoring 10 runs on the night while also leaving 12 on base. Two and 2. Here's the pitch. Zips hits this one high in the air, deep to left field. It's way back, and it is off the wall on a hop and then over the wall. The left fielder and Sutton never saw it, and the reason he never saw it is it might have got lost up there in the light, and nobody in the crowd had reacted. Zips is over to second. Sutton found it just late, but by the time he did, it landed. That is now 3 hits for Zips today. He's been on 4 times his first extra base hit since March the 11th. Zips with a leadoff double here in the 7th. Here's Nolan Habel. Habel's reached 3 times, all on walks. Habel to the plate. Just an 0 for 1 on his line with all those walks. Same with the guy behind him in Dallas Walker. Anzaldua peering in. His first pitch bounces in there. Zips took a aggressive secondary as he slipped going back to second, but he's in there safely. Well, this one is pretty much in hand. Game 2, remember, 3 o'clock on Saturday. No game tomorrow. The break will actually give me some time to go over to the Tyler Legacy football spring game, 4:30 if you want to come out to the high school. It's not at Rose Stadium, at the practice field / track over at Tyler Legacy tomorrow at 4:30. 1 ball, no strikes. Habel pops it up. First base side out of play. This game started pretty much right at 4:30, so we're at about 2 hours and 15 minutes of game time. Good crowd, a large Legacy contingent making their way over here, and almost assuredly to be bigger on Saturday when people don't have to split from work and class early. 1-1. Habel watches. Is it called a ball? 2-1. Okay, it was a ball. It looked like he might have motioned the hand up, but he didn't. 2-1. Walker's next. Felton behind him. 3-1. This is one of those games where just everybody on the offense seems to pad their stats. Nine hits and double-digit walks would do that. And Nolan Habel has now taken 4 walks today. Take the free base. Habel and Dallas Walker between them have 7 base on balls. Another meeting at the mound could have another pitching change. The Ansel duo will hand off the ball, and it looks like we are going to have another new pitcher for Copperas Cove. First and second with nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Step aside, you're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Here's Dallas Walker to the plate. The new pitcher, Angel Sutton, the junior right-hander, taking over for Copperas Cove, their 4th pitcher here tonight. Walker batting with runners on first and second and nobody out. As he watches ball 1, he's taken 3 free passes tonight. Looks like the courtesy runner over at first base. Don't know if it's a straight swap or what it is, but Nolan Habel lifted. It's Alec Armstrong running. 2-0. I mean, it has just been a struggle to get the ball over the plate today for Copperas Cove. 12 walks they've hit. Well, I got to get the counter going for that. There's a strike, 2-1. Hit 2 batters as well. 2-1. Walker sends this one in the air, deep right center field. A long run in pursuit, and it's down beyond the right fielder, Barrera. Zips will score as he rounds third and comes into the plate. On to third goes Armstrong. It's an RBI double for Dallas Walker. Check the replay. Hit that ball a long way, and Barrera could not get to it. So the RBI double will make it 11-1. Still nobody out in the inning. Here is Noah Felton, who is a triple shy of the cycle. He does have 3 triples this year. Second double of the inning as well. First pitch missing, ball 1 here to Felton, who just an inning ago lifted his first home run in his Tyler legacy career over the left field fence, a grand slam. Here's the 1-0. Line down the left field line, just foul. Well, that probably wouldn't have been a triple, but I wouldn't have blamed him if he tried to leg out 3. I mean, there's hot, there's really hot at the plate, and then there's whatever Noah Felton has done over the past couple of games. Singled twice, was hit by a pitch and walked on Saturday, not put away. Today, single, double, grand slam. Nearly hit that time by the breaking ball. It's 2-1. Ansel Dua has an open line at the moment. He went an inning, allowing 2 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Whacked foul, third base side, 2-2. A triumphant 6+ innings so far for Tyler Legacy, but they didn't break it open until the 6th. Have a chance to add even more here in the top of the 7th. 2-2. Felton drives this one deep left center field. Long run way back, Riley, and he did it again! Are you serious? I think he's got to get a curtain call. Second home run in as many innings for Noah Felton. It is 14-1 Tyler Legacy. Oh my goodness, exit stage left. Have a day, Noah Felton. Oh my goodness, he's knocked in 7 runs. Watch this ball fly. I mean, he crushed it. That was not a skimpy one to left field down the line. That was to where the big boys hit him, deep in left center field. The bubbles are flying here in Forney. Still nobody out in the inning. Here's Jaden Davis as he rips one back through the middle, and officially everyone in the lineup has reached base. Well, they took a while to get it going, but the hitting certainly has started in inning number 6. 5 straight have reached here in the 7th. I feel like Felton's got to get a curtain call down there at third. They got to get him out of the dugout, man. I'd be giving a curtain call if I hit 1. Breaking ball misses here to Owen Harrison, ball 1. How about that? Didn't have a home run in his legacy baseball career until the 6th inning of game 1 of the area championship, and he's hit 2 in 2 innings. 1-1 here on Harrison, who has gotten a couple of hits today, including a triple. He's reached on an error, and he's also scored, also knocked in a run. Breaking ball away, it's 2-1. McKinney due up next. It would be his 6th trip to the plate. 2-1 here on Harrison. Upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. It is really hard to believe this was a 2-1 game after 5 innings. If you're just joining us, you probably missed quite a bit. You might want to rewind. Ground ball to second, could be 2. Lingo fumbled with it and no out recorded. And it's an error. 2 on with nobody out. So Harrison aboard via the error. He's actually aboard for the second straight inning on an error by Lingo specifically. McKinney walked twice, been hit by 2 pitches. There's ball 1. Rice City, as well as Cedar Hill, kind of just waiting and watching. This game has certainly blown open in the later stages. 1-1 here on McKinney. McKinney, 0 for 2, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, a run scored. And this one's to the screen. Everyone moves up. Second and third, there is still nobody out in the inning. I mean, my scorebook is about as off as you can get. I've got tallies going into the 8th and 9th innings now because there's just nothing available. Two one. Down and away, it's 3-1. McKinney jammed. He pops it up down to third, a long run, but making the catch into foul ground is Eberhard, first out of the inning. Kenny put away. I'll try to turn up this light on the camera a little bit. I know it is a little bit dark here in Forney, but the light's really not over the field yet. So 1 out, second and third for Payne Hotman. First pitch. Well, that was a strike. 0-1. Simeon Garner, who, despite hitting a bases-clearing 3-run double to really get the scoring starting in the 6th, he's been kind of overshadowed, but he's played well. Hotman launches one way back into left. It is out of here. Payne Hotman joins the party. 17-1 Red Raiders. That's his first career home run. Hotman deep to left. Everyone's hitting the ball out of the yard. Hotman stood and watched. He knew it. First career homer for Payne Hotman. Noah Felton had his first career earlier. He's now got 2. And Simeon Garner to the plate, a 17-1 game. 3-run homer by Payne Hotman. What's funny is before today, I had seen a grand total of 1 home run all year, and I probably did 15 or 18 Tyler Legacy games. They've hit 3 here in less than 2 innings. Simeon Garner up there trying to bunt it. 0-1. Way high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 runs in the 6th. 7 runs in the 7th. Well, they got the 2-point conversion in the 6th inning. Maybe they could add on to that here. Garner bunts right in front of the mound, and he'll just jog down to first. Looks like Tyler Legacy is just ready to get out of this top of the 7th inning. Garner retired easily and 2 away.
Now batting number 20, Kale Zips.
Kale Zips to the plate. We'll see if maybe we have more of the same. And in playoff games, it's obviously supposed to be no mercy, but when you're up this much, you just want to get to the next game fully healthy. We'll see if Rippey goes out for the 7th inning. I mean, he has had a long wait in between the last couple of half innings. Zips will bunt again. Picked up on the mound and thrown on to first. That'll end the inning. 7 more runs home for Tyler Legacy as we will go off to the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Raiders well in front. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Well, we're here in the top of the 7th inning, and our first pitching change by Tyler Legacy here tonight. Brady Pollard will take over on the mound for the Red Raiders. Calvin Rippey, he's going to get the win tonight, barring an unforeseen comeback by Copperas Cove. Calvin Rippey threw really well. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. He walked 2. He struck out 6. I believe he was at 98 pitches. 103 pitches. So he is pretty much done for the series. He would have 7 if available for maybe a batter or 2, but Tyler Legacy hoping to not even need him. As Brady Pollard in, there's ball 1 and a pinch hitter. Looks like Aiden Bird, 5'9", $145, the senior. He'll bat here for Jackson Chaco. There's a strike from Pollard, the junior, who has had some pitching experience coming into the year, and he's on here in the 7th. He last threw against Dallas Sunset. There's a foul ball. Numbers this year for Pollard on the mound. He actually has the 2nd best ERA on the team. 9 games, 3 starts, 17 2/3 innings. And there's a called strike 3. Pollard with the punch out.
Your attention now, batting for the Bulldogs, number 1, Johnny Bennett.
So Pollard with the strikeout. 2-1 this year, Pollard. 2.55 ERA, 17 2/3 innings, 8 walks, 16 strikeouts. Johnny Bennett, another pinch hitter for Austin Barrera. Barrera exits 1 for 2. Bennett grounds this one right to second. Davis up. Davis throws. Down to the final out are the Bulldogs. So Jason Riley was due up. We're going to have another pinch hitter. So it looks like off the bench to hit here, Dylan Adams for Jason Riley. Riley will exit 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Adams fouls that first pitch back. Remember, we're back here 3 o'clock on Saturday for Game 2 of the series. Pre-game at roughly 2:45 p.m. Foul back. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Way away. One ball, 2 strikes. Pollard just missed. 2-2 here on Dylan Adams. The 2-2. Popped him up. Back behind the plate. Mask off for Felton, and he will just run out of room. Be careful down there. 17-1 game. Felton still going quick after the ball. Working to get all these final lines written in. This one, Scott in the air, so stay on the infield. Walker camping and catching. And Tyler Legacy, they take game 1 of the area round series between them and Copperas Cove. It is a 17-1 final here from Forney High School. We're going to step aside and come back to recap it. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
These two teams will meet up again.
Well, we're back here from Forney High School as the bubble's still blowing. Tyler Legacy, a huge win here from Forney. 17-1 is your final. The Red Raiders absolutely pour it on late. They pound out 13 hits, scoring 17 runs. They walk double-digit times or hit by multiple pitches. I think the craziest stat of the game, you score 17 runs and you leave 12 on base. It's kind of wild looking back at it, but Tyler Legacy with the huge win. They score 15 runs in the final 2 half innings. It was a 2-1 game going into the 6th inning, so kind of wild that was our final. 17-1 is our final. Copperas Cove falling to Tyler Legacy. Game 2 coming up on Saturday. Winning pitcher here today, Calvin Rippey, who threw 6 innings of 1-run ball. The loss going to Gabe Armenta for Copperas Cove. Time of game was just over 2.5 hours here from Forney, and we're going to step aside here pretty quick and to get back and ready. Spring ball tomorrow, and then we're back here on Saturday for a doubleheader. Once again, your final 17-1 here. Tyler Legacy victorious. They go 1-0 in the series over Copperas Cove. You've been watching Tyler ISD Athletics.